Last but not the least, of course, some of you might be asking, we're in China. What are they doing here as far as pest control is concerned? Now, our next speaker will talk about how to control, how the way they do it in China. And he is a proud resident of Shanghai, just about 2 hours away by plane from here. He is a Shandongese. That is, if you're not familiar, that is in the northeast of China, and got his PhD degree from the Nanjing Agricultural University. He is currently a technical supervisor of Zhejiang Huifeng Livestock Group, specializing in pathology. He also has experience in the field of extension service and a journeyman in the swine industry. He has been around. He has been with companies like Novartis, PIC, and other local companies. He has also practiced in poultry. And he was also an academician, a professor, to share with us his experience of pest control in China. Let us welcome Dr. Kuang Baoxiao.
Thank you for your introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here to share my experience on pest control. I'm from Huifeng Group. Huifeng Group was founded in 2004. There are 12 branch farms located in Jiangsu and Zhejiang provinces. Actually, only one farm is in Jiangsu province. Another 11 farms are located in Zhejiang province. There are total about 32,000 sows in the group. In the largest farm, there are 6,500 sows, but in the smallest farm, there are only 660 sows. We followed the vaccination schedule and the medication program. We weaned the piglets at about 21 to 28 days, depended on the pig farm size and production situation. Most of the piglets weaned at weight above 6.3 kilos. We sell the piglets at over 105 to 130 kilos. At 170 days old, pig weighs about 100 kilos. The FCR from born to market is 3.3 to 1. PSY is about 80. Now the range is from 60 to 21. First change a lot upon post-virus change. There were 2 branch farms that had a severe HP port outbreak in 2010, caused very great losses. At that time, abortion in both early and late gestation, with abortion rate high at 30%. High mortality over 5% in sows and bulls. Even high mortality at 60% in nursery and also in early growing period. Clinical signs were at the high fever, joint problem, and neurological symptoms firstly observed in nursery in Puerto Rico. Hemorrhage observed in various organs during postmortem. This is a picture, some pictures the discoloration of the skin, such as red and purple at light, it will become blue in the ear, in the bottom. This is the skin hemorrhage, similar to classic swine fever. The lung is interstitial inflammation, and also we can find some hemorrhagic spot. The spleen is necrosis, like classic swine fever. Especially in the lymph node, the hemorrhagic lesions is very similar to classic swine fever. So at first, we diagnose it as classic swine fever. At that time, the source all vaccinated with the Injavac, PRRS, MLV, while commercial pigs with the local PRRS vaccine are not vaccinated at all. Classic swine fever vaccine is from domestic. Pseudorabies all pseudorabies were imported, and FMD domestic included in the regular vaccination schedule. IgP positive in blood of source, lymph nodes, lungs, and spleen of nurseries. IgP virus negative in aborted, we cannot detect or isolate the virus in aborted fetus. But pseudorabies and classic swine fever virus were also negative. But we can isolate some bacteria, such as the Haemophilus parasuis and Streptococcus, but there are also some E. coli. After the outbreak, we take some measures. First, we stop introducing girls and newborns. Second, isolate and card sick pigs. The third, water medication according to sensitivity test, and also we put some vitamin electrolytes in the water. High dose feed medication is sourced with timocaution and Chinese herbals. Emergency vaccination in health pigs against the PRRS. Now, the vaccination program for commercial pigs is as follows. First, PRRS virus from BI, 50 days old. Circumflex, also from BI, at 50 to 21 days old. Classic swine fever, vaccination at 25 to 30 days old. FMD vaccination at 50 days old. And pseudorabies vaccination at 65 to 70 days old. For source, we vaccinate the PRRS for 4 times a year. Circumflex for 2 times a year, and classic swine fever for 4 times a year. FMD 4 times a year also. For PRRS and JE, we vaccinated only girls at the determined time, such as in March or early April. For girls, I think girls is the most important carrier of PRRS virus. So we vaccinated twice 30 days apart with the individual product virus before herd entry. We also import the management, such as the strictly all in and all out, strictly detection, acclimatization, and vaccination in quarantine. Only introduce girls with antibody SP ratio below 2.0. Now we can get the results. First, we stabilize the herd, but not stop the virus infection. Reduce high fever pigs and medication in nurseries. We save a lot of medicine. Third, improve growth rate. And fourth, reduce detection rate of HP PRRS virus. The mortality reduced from 11.2% to 3.3% in nurseries. Fewer streptococcus cases. Second, the mortality reduced from 5.8% to 3.4% in fattening pigs. In breeding herd, we decreased stillbirths and mummies 0.3 head per liter. No side effect upon vaccination in gestation source. So we didn't find any side effect. We can see the serum. In pre-vaccination with the Boehringer Ingelheim PRRS vaccine, we can see the positive is the low, but the SP ratio over 2.0 is the higher. But after vaccination with the Boehringer Ingelheim vaccine, we can see the positive is a little bit higher, but the SP ratio over 2.0 became lower. Also, in the commercial pigs, we can also see the percentage of positive, especially the SP ratio over 2.0 became lower. In the second farm, we can also see the SP ratio over 2.0 became low. And in the commercial pigs, we can also see the SP ratio over 2.0 became low. Antibody response alone does not predict protection, but can still be meaningful when combined with the production to show the efficacy of vaccination. Biosecurity and management makes vaccination more effective. Careful introduction is crucial to pig farms. In their work, the MLV provides good cross protection. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kuang. Now I have some questions for you. I hope you don't mind. In your case, why did you set a 2.0 SP antibody ratio as cutoff for gilts, hubemotsu, entering the herd?
It is based on ethics description. If SP ratio is over 2.0, there might be some virus strain infection. So if the ratio is become higher and higher, there might be we can predict the unstable. Okay.
Okay, so based on IDEX recommendation,
yeah.
anything above 2.0 is considered or indicative of somehow instability.
Yes.
I have a second question for you, Dr. Kuang. Did you measure production performance in your
Sorry,
case
only
control?
we did the record. We only recorded the mortality and morbidity, and also the mummified. I didn't do other permits. Sorry.
That's perfectly okay. Before we go, let us give a warm applause to Dr. Kuang Baoxiao, ladies and gentlemen.